I've got a problem here. The perches aren't level. You could think about shimming them or something, but then your pins won't be locked in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut one of these off. Yeah, all the snow has turned to water. Christmas Day has come and gone. So I think that's going to be the way I'm going to have to do this. And then, so what I'll do is, which one am I going to do is the real question. That's going to change the angle of your output there. I don't know. So then I'm going to get crud in the tube. I've already sealed this up. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do this and weld it and everything, and then I'll put my air gun way up in here and leave my sock in over there where I'm trying to keep the birds out, and kind of reverse blow it or blow it across this way or something. But something's going to have to happen because this is probably what broke the perches to begin with. Cracked one, it almost came off, and the other one just came off when I dropped the axle down. And so I'm thinking I'm gonna cut this one off and tilt it up that way and re-weld it. But now I got a trick I'm gonna use. I'm not gonna use any shielding gas, and it's because I don't have any. It's all gone. I used it all up over the years, and I don't even know where there's a national welder around here. I'll have to look them up. Maybe not too far, but I don't have that, and I don't think this is that crucial. Well, I'm gonna have to think about this, which one I'm gonna do, and I think I'm gonna take that one off because that'll change the angle of this up a little bit more, and I think that's probably what needs to happen. I really don't know, so let's find out. Okay, full face. Now I'll put these back on the way they came off, so I'm not sure why things went wrong here. Okay, well, that turned out a little worse than I thought it would, but that's okay. I don't have a choice. Maybe if I turn it around this way. Okay, I'll have to sort something out now. This is ugly. I mean, this is real ugly work. So, as you can tell, you're just on the precipice here. And we're going to go over here, and you can tell I got it just about exactly the same. It's about as exact as I'm probably going to get. So, whoa. I mean, this is ugly. This puts the ugh in ugly. But this is all I got, so I'm going to keep trying. I'm invested. I've come up quite a bit here. I think that's all I got. I think that's the only thing I can do. So let's side out here a little bit. Okay, well, let's start welding, I guess. So we're going to start welding now. Seems like my welding technique has gotten a little better. I ain't saying much, but I can't heat that up anymore right now. You got to take this in little bites. That's about the best I could do. It's better than it was. It's globby and weird and terrible and even. I mean, it was terrible. That was okay. Just don't even look. Just don't even look at that. But not too much harm done. I only caught my hair on fire a couple of times. Wasn't too bad. So that's nice and level now. I can tell you that. I can just tell by eyeballing it back and forth. So that was ugly. I mean, that was real ugly. But I feel like I'm back on the path again. Well, let's see if we can kind of clean up in here and maybe get this thing around to the other side of the barn. I don't think I really feel like doing that, but I would like to do that. Just to kind of get it out of my mind. I guess I might as well get my die grinder and grind on that some. Get that out. I didn't mean to get that out. Shove a piece of wood in there, grind it off, and it's over, and then I can do something else later. Ugh, don't look at that. Alright, we're ready to put the axle back on the carrier and haul it around front. Or maybe somebody is. I don't know if I am. But let's just make sure we're clear. Okay, so I got it lashed. I found an easier way to get this up on here. It's just kind of do a wheelie with these and just let them hit down, push it up. It did pretty. That was a lot easier. Okay, so she's lashed and ready. So let's see what's going on here. You want to try? All right, so I got her kind of rigged and ready here. Oh, there's that one. I forgot to put that there. I think this will be fine, but I do need both hands to guide this thing up. So it'd be nice to get her a little closer to Daphne. I can't film this, so here we go. Let's just see if we can get her there to set it down. Don't want to break the axles now. Terribly nerve-wracking, but nerve-wracking enough. So, let's see. We're not using it. We're back where it belongs. We're back on the other side of the barn now. There's Daph. Daph needs to go to the dump. She gotta go to the dump, so I'm gonna keep pushing this. So I may have some help on Friday or Saturday, but I don't know yet. But I'm just gonna kind of keep working at this thing. So we're ready to take her up and put her over and get her safely secured on that thing. We are not going to be going under Daphne today. It's just not going to be worked out that way. So I'm looking at the perches. They look good. Everything looks good. Let's get her on that thing, and I'll secure her, and we're going to call this one quits. It's too cold. I'm too tired. So let's do something else later. Oh, I got this thing going too. All right, so we're going to get her, get this thing over here as close as we can. Okay, and then we're going to try to just park her right here. It's up there, but I had to put it there because the hydraulic cylinder failed. Dang, if it ain't always something. it just ain't doing nothing. It just stopped. Only the finest. Okay, I feel pretty okay with it now though. I got her chained down pretty tight. All right, well I think I can take care of that now. Okay. Ugh, good golly. And you know, I don't know if you've tried to do it, but you can find these cylinders. You can find cylinders like these, but it's just kind of a pain. I don't know what to tell you. Just get a better one. this might end up, I might save the casters and just get rid of this thing, put it in the metal pile. Along with all the other metal, let's get this strap off here and get her up here and get inside. Well, the sun's not too low. We got about 90 minutes. Okay, we'll give you the ground's eye view here. Try not to drop the axle on the camera and bust everything. Okay. I wonder why they always want to twirl around like that. It's kind of weird. Okay, it just happens that way, I guess. Alright, well, she's in place. And we'll have to swing her around, won't we? There's no use to start a car. Okay, so I don't think. Should I wait for help or should I just do it? I got her strapped down here pretty tight. Now that's true also because you have to tilt her to get her up in there a little bit. So I don't know who made this thing. I don't know. Hopefully it's not the same people who made that thing. It probably is though. Okay, so Daphne would go up and you could get her in there. This has been a long trip, this one has. It's been too cold to crank anything up. Kind of wanted to go for a drive, but it's too hard on motors to crank them when it's this cold. So, okay. There's those springs I was telling you about. Okay, well I'm going to let this down from the other side, but we're going to call this quits, and be sure and give me a thumbs up and subscribe. There's your green subscribe button right there if you were wondering where it was, or it's just right down there, and I sure would appreciate that a whole lot. So does that look safe to everybody? It's strapped and chained, and I think that's going to be okay. Now, I wanted to say this before I go, I did learn a lot about this thing. I gotta say, gotta remember these are loose, but that don't matter. I'm gonna have to just blow the whole axle out again. I'm not taking that off though. But it's not so terrible to handle without the axles in it, and you can move it around without the axles in it. I gotta get that other sock and put it in there, I guess. And so taking it out, I had everything on it. You know, I had the backing plates and all kind of stuff. So I'm hoping this not to be too terrible, but I will say, oh, I gotta send one more picture, and then we're gonna call it. So thumbs up, subscribe. Let's go inside and watch the sunset unless it's too cloudy. All right, Christmas lights are still running, and my well house, I gotta work on the well house, and then I don't know. I got a big long list of stuff, but you'll see. I hope you see. Keep looking. I'll be around.